It might come as a surprise, but between the neon buzz of Los Angeles and the quiet suburbs of Chicago, a surprising trend is unfolding. Filipinos are settling in the US in record numbers. Not just tourists or temporary workers, but entire families, students, and entrepreneurs planting roots, reshaping neighborhoods, and energizing economies thousands of miles away from the Philippines. What's pulling so many Filipinos to live, not just work, in the US? What's making them trade Manila, Cebu, and Davao for cities like Las Vegas, Houston, and Jacksonville? In this video, we'll explore 10 American cities where Filipino communities are growing fastest in 2025. This isn't just about dry statistics. It's about real stories, verified trends, and the cultural shifts happening right now. Some of these cities may surprise you. Here's something fun. Drop your guess in the comments. Which US city has the highest Filipino population per capita? A sunny coastal paradise? A Midwest manufacturing hub? Stick around, we'll reveal it later. Number 1. Los Angeles, California, the Filipino capital of America. If there's a heart of the Filipino diaspora in the US, it beats right here in Los Angeles. With over 500,000 Filipinos living in the LA metro area, it's home to historic Filipino town, or Hi-Fi as locals call it. This isn't just a symbolic name. Hi-Fi's streets feature murals of Filipino heroes like Jose Rizal, community centers offering Tagalog classes, and jeepney art installations celebrating heritage. But LA's Filipino influence goes beyond nostalgia. Filipinos power healthcare, hospitality, and entertainment industries here. Many came on nursing visas in the 70s and 80s. They stayed, raised families, and now their children are film producers, YouTubers, software engineers, and city leaders. A 2024 feature in the Los Angeles Times called Filipinos, LA's Invisible Backbone. From the nurses in Cedars-Sinai to the chefs bringing adobo to trendy West Hollywood menus, Filipinos are everywhere. Community life thrives too. The annual Pistahan Festival draws tens of thousands. Filipino groceries stock pandesal, halo, and dried mangoes. And let's not forget Jollibee. LA has multiple branches, each packed with homesick Pinoys and curious locals alike. Why LA? For many, it's climate, opportunity, and community. The weather feels like the Philippines, jobs are plentiful, and there's already a deep support network. As one Glendale nurse told ABS-CBN News, "I came here for work. I stayed because my kids have opportunities I could only dream of." And that's the Filipino-American story in LA, past, present, and future. Number 2. Las Vegas, Nevada. Think Vegas is all slot machines and Elvis impersonators? Think again. Behind the glittering strip, Las Vegas has quietly become one of the fastest-growing Filipino hubs in America. The Vegas metro area now boasts over 200,000 Filipinos, many working in hospitality, construction, and healthcare. Why? Jobs are plentiful, housing is cheaper than California, and the community is booming. Drive down Maryland Parkway and you'll see Filipino bakeries selling ube ensaymada next to law offices run by Filipino attorneys. Weekend karaoke parties are a tradition, and there's even a Filipino cultural center offering Tagalog and Visayan language classes for second-generation kids. The Las Vegas Sun reported in 2025 that Filipino-owned small businesses have grown by 30% in the last 5 years. Restaurants like Isla, a Pinoy fusion spot, are packed with both Filipinos and curious foodies. And here's an interesting twist. Retirees are moving here too. Many older Filipinos who worked decades in California are selling their houses, moving to Vegas for the lower cost of living and bringing their pensions with them. The result? A city where Filipino culture is becoming part of the mainstream. Number 3. Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu might be the least surprising entry here. Filipinos have been part of Hawaii's story for over a century. Early migrants came as sugarcane workers, and today their descendants make up over 25% of Oahu's population. But 2025 has ushered in a new wave of migration. Family reunification programs and nursing recruitment efforts are bringing thousands of new arrivals each year. In Kalihi, you'll find sari-sari stores, turo-turo eateries serving pork adobo, and churches filled with Tagalog hymns. The city even has Filipino radio stations and TV programs. But Honolulu's Filipino story is not just about culture, it's about economics. Filipinos dominate healthcare and education sectors, and they're increasingly present in local politics. Hawaii now has multiple Filipino-American legislators and community leaders shaping policy. For many Filipinos, Honolulu offers the best of both worlds: island living and American opportunity. Number 4. Houston, Texas. Houston may not be the first city you associate with Filipinos, but it should be. With its booming energy industry, expanding hospitals, and affordable cost of living, Houston has become a magnet for Filipino migrants. Tens of thousands now call the Houston Metro home, with concentrations in Katy, Sugar Land, and Pearland. A 2024 Houston Chronicle report highlighted the growing Filipino-owned real estate, food, and logistics businesses. Healthcare plays a massive role. Houston's world-class Texas Medical Center employs thousands of Filipino nurses and doctors. Add the energy industry and IT opportunities, and you've got a city where skilled migrants thrive. Cultural life is booming too. Simbang Gabi, midnight Christmas masses, attract thousands, and the Philippine Cultural Center of Texas organizes year-round festivals. Number 5. Chicago, Illinois. It's cold, windy, and far from any tropical beach. Yet Chicago has a thriving Filipino population, over 150,000 and growing. Many Filipinos here arrived decades ago as nurses, teachers, and industrial workers. Today, their children and grandchildren are teachers, entrepreneurs, and even city officials. Chicago's north side has a cluster of Filipino restaurants like Isla Pilipina and grocery stores filled with bagoong and dried fish. The annual Fiesta Pinoy Festival draws thousands each summer. Why Chicago? Jobs, schools, and community. Housing is cheaper than the coasts, and there's a strong network of Filipino churches and non-profits. Even the winters can't scare people away when the opportunities are solid. Number 6. New York City, the Filipino pulse of the East Coast. New York City has everything, and that includes a vibrant Filipino community. With about 140,000 Filipinos in NYC, most live in Queens, with hotspots like Woodside often nicknamed Little Manila. Filipino bakeries, restaurants, and churches make the area feel like a piece of home. But Filipinos here aren't just clustered in one borough. They're actors on Broadway, nurses in Manhattan hospitals, techies in Brooklyn startups, and entrepreneurs across the city. The Philippine Independence Day Parade on Madison Avenue is one of the largest outside Manila. And Filipino food is finally making its mark on NYC's competitive dining scene. Think fine dining takes on adobo and upscale Halo dessert bars. A 2024 New York Times piece called Filipinos, the quiet backbone of NYC's healthcare and hospitality sectors. It's a perfect example of how this community blends cultural pride with economic power. Number 7. San Diego, California. San Diego's Filipino community is as old as its naval base. For decades, Filipino sailors and veterans settled here, and today their children are doctors, teachers, and business owners. With over 200,000 Filipinos, San Diego's cultural influence is everywhere. From Filipino seafood restaurants to turo-turo spots serving pancit and lumpia, the cuisine alone is worth a visit. Neighborhoods like National City have deep Filipino roots. The city even has Filipino-American elected officials and cultural landmarks. Beyond heritage, new migrants keep arriving for jobs in healthcare, education, and tech. San Diego is proof that Filipino culture can be both historic and modern. Number 8. Seattle, Washington. Seattle might be known for Amazon and rain, but it's also becoming a Filipino migration hotspot. The Filipino population here has grown over 50% in the last decade. Many work in tech at companies like Microsoft and Amazon. Others thrive in healthcare, education, and startups. The Beacon Hill neighborhood has a Filipino cultural center, and Filipino-led non-profits are gaining national attention. Filipino food pop-ups have become the talk of the town. Seattle Times reported in 2024 that Filipino-led small businesses grew faster than any other Asian group in the city. Combine that with mild weather and high wages, and it's easy to see why this trend is accelerating. Number 9. Jacksonville, Florida. When you think Florida Filipinos, you probably picture Miami or Orlando. But Jacksonville is the quiet success story. Why? Affordable cost of living, naval presence, and a growing medical sector. Jacksonville's hospitals actively recruit Filipino nurses and caregivers. A 2025 Florida Today report showed that Filipinos now make up a significant portion of Jacksonville's healthcare workforce. Beyond work, cultural life thrives. Filipino churches, halo dessert spots, and fiestas are popping up across the city. Jacksonville offers something rare: sunshine and opportunity without the Miami price tag. Number 10. Anchorage, Alaska. This one shocks people the most. Anchorage has one of the highest Filipino percentages per capita in the entire US migration. Here began with the fishing industry decades ago. Today, you'll find Filipinos in oil, healthcare, and education. Despite the freezing weather, the community is warm and vibrant. Anchorage boasts Filipino radio stations, cultural associations, and lechon fiestas, even in the snow. A 2024 Anchorage Daily News story called it the Philippines' Northern Outpost. For many Filipinos, Alaska represents stability, good wages, and tight-knit community. From sunny Honolulu to icy Anchorage, from bustling LA to quiet Jacksonville, Filipinos are reshaping the American landscape in ways that go beyond numbers. They're nurses saving lives, entrepreneurs building businesses, sailors serving in the Navy, and artists making waves in culture. Which city surprised you the most? Was it Anchorage's northern charm, Jacksonville's hidden boom, or Las Vegas' family-friendly Filipino scene? Drop your pick in the comments. And remember, behind every statistic is a story: a family chasing opportunity, a student earning a degree, a nurse working night shifts for her children's future. Across America, a quiet transformation is unfolding, one Filipino arrival at a time.